Hi all, just me tonight. Just sitting out back thinking and after dinner, and I wanted to just talk about something that's been on my mind. All started probably a week or two ago when I posted on Facebook just in response to a prominent young earth creationist who made the claim that evolution is an attempt to explain life without God. It's atheistic religion, and I really struggle with that personally, and I want to talk about why. Because when I posted it, it's amazing how people get very excited and animated in wanting to debate me about this. So I want to talk about this a little bit. In a few years back, Barna did some research on why so many people are leaving the church. And one of the 5 reasons he identified was denial of science. Now, I want to modify that a little bit in my hundreds of conversations with deconstructed people. I don't think it's so much denial of science, it's really denial of people who believe in science. Really, deconstructing people don't really care if their church denies the theory of evolution or the Big Bang theory or anything that might point to a very old earth or a process of evolution. They really don't care if their church believes that. What they care about is that their church doesn't let them believe what they want to believe about science, to tell them that it's an atheist religion or it's an attempt to explain life without God, even making it an issue of salvation, making it an issue of you can't be a Christian because you're denying the scriptures and those kind of things. And so I really want to take a minute, because deconstructing people feel like they have to be in the closet at their churches, and that's one of the reasons why they leave. They're not leaving because their church believes in young earth creationism or that the earth was created in 6 literal days. They're leaving because their churches don't allow them to believe that that's not the case. And I think that's a really important distinction. I've talked to scientists who have felt that they were in their church and they had to be like closet scientists because they felt like if they exposed what they believed about the origin of species, that they would be ostracized and labeled a heretic and not be welcome in their churches anymore. And that's really the key issue here. And it's funny because whenever I post about that, people want to debate evolution with me. I have no issue with that. I have no interest in debating evolution, because to me that's not the issue. The issue is not whether evolution is correct or not correct. The issue to me is whether you're allowing people in your church to be a Christian and to believe in modern science at the same time. And that's really the issue. And for whatever reason, people continue to miss that and send me videos on how evolution is false. Fine, if you believe that, I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is you telling young people that unless they believe in a literal 6-day creation, that they are denying the Bible or denying the inspiration of Scripture or holding to an atheist religion or something like that. So, really quick, people always ask me, and so I'm just going to answer it. Well, how can you believe in evolution and be a Christian? And what I would say, first of all, as a theologian, I don't say whether or not I believe in evolution. That's for scientists. As a theologian, I answer the question, is an evolutionary explanation of the origin of species compatible or incompatible with an orthodox understanding of Scripture? Can I interpret the Scriptures correctly but allow for modern findings in science? And the answer is absolutely you can. Many people see Genesis as more of a history of the literal method of creation, but many other people see it not as a description of the method of creation, but they see it as a description of the meaning of creation. Not how we were created, but why we were created, why God put us on this earth. What is our meaning? What is our purpose? What does God want for us in this world? And the ancient people wrote in not so much in prose like we write, but they wrote in verse. And so this is just vivid imagery of why God put us on this planet, and it's a very orthodox interpretation of Scripture. In fact, there are so many famous Christians that believe that the Bible can be interpreted in an orthodox way and still allow for evolution. N.T. Wright, C.S. Lewis, Tim Keller, Philip Yancey, yeah, probably his books on your shelf in your church, John Ortberg, John Stott, even Billy Graham. All of these Christians believe that evolution was compatible with an orthodox interpretation of Scripture. So in my mind, science and the Bible are not in conflict with one another. They can actually inform one another. Science can inform the Bible can inform science. And whenever I say that, people get nervous, but listen, we do it all the time. For example, when Galileo discovered that the Earth was not the center of the solar system, but the sun was, and the Earth revolved around the sun, it calls into question Psalm 19, which says the sun makes a circuit around the Earth. And people accused him of not taking the plain meaning of the Bible. But now none of us would deny the fact that the Earth revolves around the sun. Why? Because we've allowed science to inform us. And now we understand that that psalm is not a literal description of how the universe is put together, but we see it as poetry, that we are in the center of God's love, the center of God's creation. In fact, Galileo quoted a famous Christian who said that Scripture doesn't tell us how the heavens go, it tells us how to go to heaven, right? And so that's really what I wanted to say tonight. Listen, you know, if you have young people or anyone that you know that believes in the Bible but also believes in evolution, why can't we just affirm that? Why can't we allow them to believe that and affirm them for that, to tell them that they're denying the Scriptures, or they're believing in atheistic religion, or to give them videos on, you know, different ways that evolution or science is out to lie to us, or whatever it might be. That's not helpful. It's not helpful. What you're doing is drawing a line of sand and telling them that if they don't believe in the same science that you believe in, that they can't be a Christian anymore. And that's happened to thousands and thousands and thousands of young people. So that's my rant today. I really want us to understand that if you see me post about this, I'm not interested in debating whether or not evolution is true. Let scientists do that. They're working on that. What I care about is understanding that it's not incompatible with an orthodox interpretation of Scripture, and that we need to stop marginalizing people in the church that believe in the modern view of science. For the record, I do as well. I do feel that the theory of evolution is the best explanation for the origin of the diversity of species that we have, but at the same time, I have no problem if you don't believe that. I'm not going to tell you that you're not a Christian or you're dumb or anything like that. But what we're asking for as deconstructing people is that you accept and validate people who still believe that the Bible's inspired by God, still want to take it seriously, but also believe in modern science. So I hope that's helpful. You know, there's a comment section below. I would love to hear your comments. Again, you're not interested in debating whether evolution is true or not. I want to talk about the issue, and the issue is, can we accept people who accept science in the church? Can we affirm them without trying to change their mind? That's, for me, the key. Okay, thanks. I appreciate your attention.